So there is a trailer that has come out for something, and we have no idea what it is. The producers know. The producers in our ear say like, "Oh, we got something for you," but we have no idea. Are you ready to watch?
I mean,
Ryan
I bated breath. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Edge of my seat in this cockpit. All right, let's do it. Let's hit the trailer.
Let's see it.
Hit play. Clayface!
Okay. Yeah, okay.
DC Clayface! I'm not gonna lie, probably one of the deeper Batman villains.
Like, besides the Joker, one of the better ones too, right? Like I feel so.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's one where it's like you're on his side, you're against him, you're on his side, you're against him.
Yeah.
Like he's a little bit of a roller coaster. But Clayface, and this looks graphic, by the way. That is not a pretty face. Put it in my eyes. Oh, that look.
Oh, that scared me a little bit. Oh.
Dang.
Ooh.
Dang.
Okay.
That looked like a horror movie.
I'm just gonna say that.
That is a horror. That is some body horror film coming out in October. Hell yes.
Oh, it's coming out this October. Oh, around
yeah,
Halloween
this
time?
October. This October 23rd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean that's a perfect time to release something like that.
Okay, so from what I remember of watching the Batman animated series of the 90s, one of the best Batman series out there,
easily,
was that Clayface, I forgot his real name. The Clayface was an actor, and then but he was known as like, oh, he's an everyman. He can play kind of every character or whatever. And then I forget, something happens. It's always insert plot development here. And I don't know. It's basically something that could have been handled with OSHA regulations. It's usually an accident that could have been prevented with safety regulations. And then he gets this horrific like thing where it's like, you can see here, where he can, but then he can like mold his face into anything and anyone. So he was not just like I mean, he's got other things that he kind of develops after that, but he's like a guy who could literally become like change his whole construction. He could like change his hands and bodies into any shape he wants. So like club, like knife, like he could literally just like whip up any weapons he wants from his hand. Like Clayface was a formidable guy, and he was also not kind of like Sandman with Spider-Man, where it's like similar, conventional punching is not gonna solve this problem. Like it doesn't work on him. You have to be a little bit more creative. So I'm excited about this. This is going on. This is going down with the I think the James Gunn series of DC.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, cool.
I think so. Yeah, because James Gunn now they're like, yeah, we're just gonna put him in charge of DC for a bit. I think this is it. I think that's what it is.
Finally.
And yes, which is why I see one of the producers, James Gunn. So yeah, this is one of the James Gunns where it's like, where DC is like, we fucked up for like 20 years.
Oops.
Could you please make DC interesting? And I think that's so why we're getting cool things now. So
Okay. Yeah, I mean, from what you said, that's pretty much my. I'm not a huge Batman fan, but I feel like of all the DC heroes, like I feel like I know Batman the most, just because Batman's the best. Come on,
Batman's Batman.
Yeah, it's Batman, and I feel like a part of that is because I think he's probably has the best villains. Obviously, the Joker. Everyone's gonna bring up the Joker, but Clayface is interesting. This and again, I knew that he was an actor, but sort of I don't know, sort of made a little bit of a metaphor there that he was an everyman before, but now after plot device, freak accident, chemical, whatever,
Yeah.
turn him into this.
Insert plot
Exactly.
development here. Yeah.
It's sort of like I mean, if I talk to one of my old acting professors, they would say that's what acting is. You must mold yourself to be, my dear boy. So it's something kind of cute and funny there. I
They're
guess.
always British. I don't know why. They've always become British.
It's the thespian. They must be. Yes, that. No, but that looks interesting. I think if getting that with Gunn behind it too, I mean, he should have been behind pretty much, or at least, well, maybe not behind it, but at least helping make a lot of the decisions that I think would have put DC on a better course. Because as we know, Marvel made $40 gajillion from making pretty much almost every right decision. A few missteps along the way, but they made a lot of good decisions across the board. So. With a movie like this, I think it's important that the budget stays small. Though I think because if the budget's a tighter budget, and I think it's Batman, so it is going to print money no matter what. People are going to go see this. If it does well enough on a tighter budget, they're going to order more. And if it's fun and people like it, we could get more fun.
Yeah.
Like this seems like it's going to be a fun movie. A little scary to me, a little bit too, which is kind of freaks me out a little bit, but.
I like that. I like that element of. I like something that they're not going, because Marvel was like, every movie we put out, you can take your 5-year-old to.
Formulaic.
I like that it's like, hey, we're not here to create new fans of Clayface when they're like for kids. We're here for the people who've been fans of Clayface since the 90s. They could take a little bit more. They're taking the element. Dark. Gritty Gotham.
That is Gotham.
Goth is in the name. And so they're taking them and they're like, what if we tweak it to, for example, Penguin. Penguin was a great series, but it was tweaked to the angle of the Penguin, of like criminal organizations, mastermind, got to think your way through the streets kind of a thing, like outsmart your opponents, Sun Tzu style. But for Clayface, another villain in the same city, did tweak it a little bit to what would make his story be more believable. Tragic actor figure that gets disfigured, tries his best to get back in the game, probably does some experimental thing, it goes awry, but it's like body horror, It's like tweak each one of their stories to them. Don't kind of be like, here's the same Batman stamp and then stamp Penguin, stamp Clayface. We're like, it's not, their story's not going to be told well. But this way, this puts them as the main character, and it takes them through their journey. And I like that element. I like that angle that they're doing with this. Yes, DC, you're making good decisions. So
Finally.
This is one trailer, and I'm like, you're doing it, DC. You're doing it. I love it. I can't wait for Swamp Thing. It's a number of things that I'm excited about. This is actually really cool.
That's totally fair. Totally fair. I think with that, I'd be convinced that like maybe this is DC finally getting on the right track, and I hope. I mean, you said Swamp Thing, but there's a slew of other characters or properties that they could absolutely explore that would wind the clock back like 10 years. If you told me there was a Guardians of the Galaxy movie coming out, I'd be like, oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's going to be very good. But I'd argue that's probably one of the better movies in the whole Marvel cinematic universe. I think they did really like taking something that I felt was really unknown, at least to me, and making it pretty much mainstream. So Clayface,
I think that helps. That helps is the fact that it's like, hey, we're not taking a character that everybody knows what the character is. Like, they're taking a side character that you may have seen in passing, you may have heard of, or I saw that episode like 20, 30 years ago. They're taking it and then being like, let's expand on that. Let's do the different angles of it and show, hey, we have facets. It's not just, this is Batman, this is Superman, fill in the blank. It's like, no, there's good stories. Like with Supergirl, there's Lobo. Lobo is so fun in the comics, in the cartoons, but not represented. But now he's going to be propping up the Supergirl movie. Let us know what you think of this trailer, of Clayface, of what DC's up to. We love to agree and disagree with you because this is all subjective material and it's funsies.